So, Ginny, thanks for coming in today. So the other day we went over the informed consent. Did you have any questions about that process?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Well, today I'm going to run through with you what's called a diagnostic interview. I'm gonna have a lot of questions for you, and I'll be writing down the answers to those questions. So bear with me while I do that.
Okay.
I will kind of follow this format, but we'll also veer off from that from time to time just to kind of explore different areas that come up along the way.
All right.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So tell me why we're seeing each other here today.
I'm mostly here because my family keeps pushing me to come.
Okay. We'll come back and talk about that a little bit more here in a minute. I'm going to go on to some other questions. So can you tell me about your average sleeping, eating, and exercise patterns? Just think about the last 7 days. So about what time do you usually go to bed at night?
I don't know, 10 or 11.
Okay. And how long do you sleep each night?
Usually between like 6 to 8 hours.
Does it take you very long to fall asleep?
Not usually, no.
Okay. Any idea about how long that?
Maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Alrighty. Do you wake up during the night? And if so, about how long are you usually awake for?
No, I usually sleep.
Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, do you lay in bed for a while before you get up?
No, I've got to get up and I've got to do my exercises immediately.
Okay.
I jump out of bed and that's the first thing I do is I work out.
Alrighty. So it doesn't sound like you oversleep in the mornings then.
No.
Have you lost any weight this month?
I don't think so. I've tried to drop a couple more pounds, but it's been really hard.
How about gaining any weight? Doesn't sound like you've gained any.
God, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay. So how long do you usually exercise per day?
Well, I have a certain routine I have to go through, and I think it takes me, I want to say it takes me about 2 hours from the time I wake up to the time I'm done.
Okay. So you do that everything first thing in the morning when you get up, sounds like?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your nutrition for the last month. I think it's good, fair, poor. What's eating like?
I eat about once a day. In the morning, I might have a couple of apple slices, or maybe a little bit of peach if I've been good the day before. And then at night, I saute up just like a little bit of celery. Sometimes just I throw a little bit of lettuce in. Basically anything that doesn't have like any fat or calories in it. And then I eat 8 pieces of celery, 8 pieces of onion, and I find 8 pieces of lettuce. But that's pretty much it. I don't like to eat.
And it has to be 8 pieces?
It has to be 8, and they have to be perfect pieces. So I make a big plate, and then I look for the good pieces.
Okay.
And then I throw the rest away.
So the plate might have more than 8 pieces, but 8's the most that you will eat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let me turn that off. So do you ever go without sleep all night? Are you ever up all night long?
Sometimes I have insomnia, especially if I'm anticipating waking up in the morning and working out. Sometimes I I will just get up in the middle of the night and work out to relieve my stress, but that only happens like 1 or 2 nights a week.
And on those nights, you're not able to get any sleep at all?
Yeah, if I get up and I work out.
So regarding physical symptoms, I'm going to read off some things to you, and if you have, I want you to let me know if you've experienced these at all in the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So a pounding or racing heart,
Yeah.
shortness of breath,
No, like sometimes if I go up the stairs, like to go to my room, I can get a little breathless, but I work out really hard, so I don't think it's really a problem.
nausea or stomach ache,
Yeah, sometimes my stomach hurts if I'm hungry, but I've learned how to work through that.
okay, tell me about that.
Well, I really just, I don't like eating. I don't want to get fat. If I eat too much, I can just see like my belly just like gets like bloated and it looks bad.
Okay. So do you have a fear of losing control?
No, I keep pretty tight control throughout the day.
Excessive sweating?
No, except when I work out.
Okay. Feeling of choking ever?
No.
Okay. Dizzy or lightheaded?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, like the other day I was in the shower and I had finished my morning workout and then I went to take my shower and when I put my head back, I got really dizzy.
Fear of dying?
No.
Trembling or shaking?
No, not that I'm aware of.
How about any chest pains or discomfort?
Sometimes my chest gets a little hard, like when I'm having the palpitations or like it's racing a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't think that's really anything. I think that happens.
How about tinglings in your finger or face? Fingers or face? Okay. Do you ever feel detached? Like just like outside of everything else that's going on, removed from it?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do. It's weird. Yeah. I never really thought about that before.
How about chills or hot flashes?
I'm chilly a lot. I wear like scarves and stuff around the house when everybody else says it's hot. I'm always cold. I sleep with lots of blankets on the bed.
Okay. So I'd like you to tell me a little bit more about your family pushing you to come here. Can you talk to me about that?
Well, they're worried about my not eating, but I'm on a diet. I'm paying attention to what I'm eating. My goal is to get no more than 500 calories a day. I get the food that I need, but they don't think that's enough. They want me to eat more.
Any thoughts around nutritional guidelines that's out there? I mean, how do you feel about the nutritional guidelines that are presented to us, like from the food pyramid folks or anything like that?
Well, I think that works for most people. I just don't think that works for me. I don't think those things are for everybody.
So let's look back a little bit. Tell me about how long have you been this concerned with eating and weight loss?
It started after my first semester of my freshman year at college. I ended up coming home, and I've just been living at home ever since.
How long ago was that?
About a year and a half ago.
Can you tell me about when that very first started? Kind of what was going on at that time? Said you were in college.
Well, I was at home, and I left college. I was at home, and I don't know. I looked in the mirror one day, and I thought I was kind of, like chubby, and like my chin was chubby, and like I don't know. Like I just looked at myself in the mirror, and I thought I really should probably start working out. I was like an athlete and stuff in high school, and I thought maybe I just need to work out and watch what I eat. So I really started to cut back and work out more, and I just kept cutting back until I finally started losing weight. And my goal was to get to 88 pounds.
To 88 pounds?
88.
88. Okay. So tell me about the number 8.
It's kind of a nice whole number to me. It's a perfect number. So like in the morning, when I work out, the number 1 is okay. I don't mind the number 1, so I use that when I work out. So like I do 1188 stomach crunches, and I'll do 1818 or 1188 lunges, and I do like 1188 squats in the morning. It takes a while to get through, but it's a really tough workout routine, and I do it every morning. It takes about 2 hours.
So you're doing over 1,000 then of each one of these. Is that what you're telling me? Like 1,181 lunges? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't like the way that number sounds when you say it that way.
Okay. So you tell me that your family asked you to come here today, but of course coming here was also your choice. Can you tell me why you decided to come in the door, besides just your family prompting you?
Well, my family, they did this intervention, and my grandpa was there, and he and I are really close, and he was crying, and he was really upset. And they said they're just really worried about my health and my weight. They're really concerned that I don't weigh enough. Right now I'm 90 pounds, and I can't seem to get to 88 pounds. And my grandpa cried, and it really upset me. And I didn't tell my parents what happened until I'd been home from college for like a couple of months, and they were getting upset, and they weren't sure what was going on. And I finally, I told my twin sister what had happened, and then she said, I'm going to tell Mom, and I asked her not to, and she convinced me maybe I should tell Mom, so she did.
Can you tell me what happened to college?
So I was taking just regular courses like everybody should, and there was a party at a frat house that I went to, and they had a couple of beer kegs there, and I thought, oh, I'll try some beer. And so I had a beer, and then I remember a few minutes later, after starting to drink the beer, I was feeling really strange and really out of it. And then I sort of had these flashes of memory about, I don't know, some guy like trying to lift me up, and I was falling down, and I was like falling asleep, and I couldn't stay awake. And when I woke up, it was the next morning, and I was in one of the rooms in the frat house, but there was no one there. And I was laying on the bed, and I had no clothes on. And I was really sore, and when I went to college, I had never had sex, so I knew something happened. So I tried to finish out the semester, but I ended up basically failing all my classes, and I just couldn't even concentrate anymore, so I came home, and then that was when I told my twin sister what happened.
Okay.
And my mom, she kind of got mad and wanted to call the police, but we did, but it happened so long ago, and there was really just no evidence of anything, so there really wasn't anything they could do.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I understand that would be very difficult. So. appreciate that. I believe that we need to look at that as a possible catalyst to some of your eating and exercising things. And I'd also like you to tell me a little bit more about the numbers, the 1 and the 8. Is that something that started around that same time too, or was that a part of your life prior to the?
You know, I don't know. I started working out, and I just sort of naturally kind of did some things in sets of 8, you know, and then I started getting stronger, and I thought, well, if I could do sets of 8, I could do sets of 16, and kind of anything. It ended up being that anything's like a multiple of 8, or anything that has like 8 in it. Um, I just became very comfortable with that number, and when I do anything with that number, it just like it relaxes me.
Okay.